Alcohol doesn't just affect your blood sugar when you drink, it can crash it hours later while you're asleep. If you're over 60 and managing diabetes, this video will show you three things. First, why alcohol shuts down your body's blood sugar safety system, even if you only have one or two drinks. Second, which drinks cause the worst nighttime crashes. And third, how to drink more safely without waking up dangerously low. Let's start with the part most people with diabetes are never told about alcohol. Your liver has two main jobs when it comes to blood sugar. It stores glucose, and it releases glucose when your levels start to drop. Think of your liver as a backup generator. When you haven't eaten in a while, or when you're asleep, your liver quietly releases stored sugar to keep your blood sugar stable. But here's what changes when you drink alcohol. Your liver treats alcohol as a toxin, and it prioritizes breaking down that alcohol above everything else, including releasing glucose. So if you have a drink or two in the evening, your liver gets busy processing the alcohol. And while it's doing that, it stops releasing glucose. That means your blood sugar can drop, sometimes sharply, even hours after your last sip. This is especially dangerous at night because you're asleep. You're not eating, you're not checking your levels, and your body's backup system is offline. The medical term for this is alcohol-induced hypoglycemia. But what it really means is this: alcohol turns off your safety net. And the tricky part? You might feel fine when you go to bed. Your blood sugar might even look normal. But 2, 3, or 4 hours later, it can crash without warning. Now let's talk about which drinks make this worse. Not all alcohol affects your blood sugar the same way. Here's what you need to know. Beer and sweet cocktails, like margaritas, piña coladas, or anything with juice or soda, cause a double problem. First, they spike your blood sugar right away because of the sugar and carbs. Then, a few hours later, your liver is still busy processing the alcohol, and your blood sugar crashes. Wine is a little better, but it still has the same delayed effect. Red or white, it doesn't matter. Your liver still prioritizes breaking down the alcohol over releasing glucose. Hard liquor, like vodka, whiskey, or gin, has no sugar or carbs, but that doesn't make it safe. In fact, straight liquor can be the most dangerous because there's no initial sugar spike to buffer the crash. Your blood sugar can drop fast, and it can drop low. The worst-case scenario? Drinking on an empty stomach, or drinking late at night without eating anything after. That's when people wake up confused, sweating, shaking, or worse, they don't wake up at all. So here's the first concrete action you can take today. Always eat before you drink, and not just anything. Eat protein and slow-burning carbs. Here's why that matters. Protein and complex carbs, like chicken, fish, eggs, whole grains, or beans, digest slowly. That means they release glucose into your bloodstream gradually, over several hours. So even while your liver is busy processing alcohol, your body still has a steady source of fuel. Good examples: a turkey sandwich on whole wheat, grilled chicken with brown rice, scrambled eggs with toast, or a bean and cheese quesadilla. What doesn't work? Drinking on an empty stomach, or eating only chips, crackers, or sweets. Those foods digest too fast. They don't give you the long, steady fuel you need to stay safe overnight. And here's a bonus tip. If you're going to have more than one drink, eat something small between drinks. A handful of nuts, a piece of cheese, or a few whole grain crackers. That keeps your blood sugar more stable while your liver is working. Now, eating before drinking is step one. But there's a second action that's just as important, and it takes less than 30 seconds. Check your blood sugar before you go to bed, even if you feel fine. Here's why. Alcohol can mask the early warning signs of low blood sugar. You might feel a little tired, a little warm, maybe a little lightheaded, but you assume it's just the alcohol. So you go to bed thinking everything's okay, but your blood sugar is already starting to drop. By checking before bed, you catch problems before they become dangerous. Here's what to do. If your blood sugar is below 100, eat a small snack with protein and carbs. a piece of toast with peanut butter, a few crackers with cheese, or half a banana with a handful of almonds. If it's between 100 and 120, you're probably okay. But consider a small snack anyway, just to be safe. If it's above 120, you're in a safer range, but still pay attention to how you feel. And here's the key. Don't assume you're fine just because you feel fine. Alcohol dulls your body's warning signals. The shakiness, the sweating, the confusion. Those symptoms might not show up until your blood sugar is dangerously low. So checking before bed is your safety check. It takes 30 seconds, and it could save your life. Now, there's one more optional step that some people find helpful, especially if you've had more than one drink. If you've had more than one drink, or if you're worried about overnight lows, set an alarm for 2 or 3 a.m. and check your blood sugar. I know, nobody wants to wake up in the middle of the night. But here's the reality. The most dangerous time for alcohol-related blood sugar crashes is between 2 and 4 a.m. That's when your liver is still processing alcohol, and your blood sugar has had hours to drift lower. If you check at 2 or 3 a.m. and your blood sugar is below 80, eat a small snack. Then go back to sleep knowing you're safe. If it's above 80, you're probably fine. You can turn off the alarm and rest easy. Now, this isn't something you need to do every time you have a drink. But if you've had 2 or more drinks, or if you've had any history of nighttime lows, it's worth the peace of mind. And if you live with someone, let them know you've been drinking. Ask them to check on you if you seem confused or hard to wake. This isn't about fear. It's about control and protection. Now let's talk about a few common mistakes people make and how to avoid them. Here are 3 mistakes that make nighttime blood sugar crashes more likely. Mistake number 1, thinking low-carb or sugar-free drinks are safe. They're not. It's not the sugar in the drink that causes the crash, it's the alcohol itself. Your liver still has to process that alcohol, and it still stops releasing glucose. So even a vodka soda or a light beer can cause a delayed crash. Mistake number 2, drinking late at night without eating anything after. If you have a drink at 9 or 10 p.m. and go straight to bed, your blood sugar has hours to drop while you sleep. Try not to drink within 2 hours of bedtime, or if you do, eat a small snack before bed. Mistake number 3, assuming you'll wake up if your blood sugar drops. You might not. Alcohol makes it harder to wake up, and it dulls the symptoms of low blood sugar. That's why checking before bed, and sometimes during the night, is so important. Now let's wrap up with a simple plan you can start today. Here's what to do today, and what to do this week. Today, if you're planning to have a drink, eat a meal with protein and slow-burning carbs first, then check your blood sugar before bed. This week, talk to your doctor about your drinking habits and your blood sugar patterns. Ask if there are any adjustments you should make to your medication or monitoring routine. And if you drink regularly, even just a glass of wine with dinner, start keeping a log. Write down what you drank, what you ate, and what your blood sugar was before bed and in the morning. Over time, you'll start to see patterns, and that information will help you and your doctor make safer choices. Remember, this isn't about giving up alcohol completely. It's about understanding how it affects your body and taking simple steps to stay safe. You don't have to be afraid of alcohol, but you do need to respect how it changes your blood sugar, especially at night. Eat before you drink. Check your blood sugar before bed. And if you're ever unsure, set that 2 a.m. alarm. Small changes, meaningful protection. If you want more calm, practical guidance for your 60s and beyond,